Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Caravan of Garbage, where we're going through the That's a Comic Book movie series.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
I knew this one was a comic book first.
Yeah, but some people might not have known it was a comic book first.
Some people might not have known first.
So you're breaking news to them.
I'm breaking ground
They're
here.
calling their parents.
I'm a groundbreaking YouTuber over here.
It's true.
They are calling their parents. Mum, Dad, did you know this? Barb Wire. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, Pamela Anderson.
Barb, Space Wire, just to be clear. But Time Cop is Time Cop, one word.
Right, But Barb Wire wouldn't be one word.
But it's her name.
Yeah. I know, I'm telling you.
Oh, okay, are you?
But it's not her legal name, Barb
No,
Wire.
it's not.
Its full name's Barbara the Wire, based on the HBO series.
I like to think so. So please leave a like on this video for Barbara the Wire. This is another Dark Horse adaptation like Time Cop and also The Mask, which we've looked at before.
But the original Barb Wire is set in Dark Horse's comics greatest world.
Yes.
So prior to this, they were mostly known for Alien versus Predator style series.
We talked about this last week.
We did talk about it. They were known for Star Wars comics and
The
stuff
Emperor's
like
Back, whatever.
Exactly. And so they came up with their own superhero universe called Comics Greatest World, which I think at the time was sort of intended to capitalize on comic book superhero, the speculation boom.
Right,
remember that? Because they could then have a bunch of number ones.
And they're worth $1 million.
They were all worth $1 million.
Like Superman #1, which is called Superman #1. It's worth $1 million.
It's worth $1 million. Along with Barbed Wire #1. And Ghost #1 and X #1. You remember all these guys?
I don't.
Okay, so the universe, it was like a parallel Earth. It was in the present day, though. And a vortex had opened up in the 40s and had given a bunch of people superpowers. So in her comic book, Barb Wire lived in Steel Harbor, which she does in the movie.
Yeah.
There is a civil war going on, but it's sort of she's making peace between all these superpowered biker gangs.
But she's not superpowered.
No, she's regular powered.
Right, okay.
Yeah. But in this, they're like, what if it was the far-flung future of 2017?
It is. And what if the writer of this movie had seen Casablanca a bunch of times?
It is Casablanca. And I had that thought. I had that thought about 20 minutes in.
The ending is literally
It's literally
Casablanca.
It is, isn't it? Yeah. So, but
it looks like the ending to a Vinny Chase movie.
And it does, doesn't it? And I very naively went, I wonder if anyone else has had this thought. And then I looked it up and I'm like, oh, everybody did. Roger Ebert did, and everybody else down the line from the moment this came out. Because I'd also never seen this before. But it's Casablanca, except set in the far-flung future of 2017, and with the genders reversed.
Yep.
So Pamela Anderson is Humphrey Bogart, and Ingrid Bergman is played by Tamara Morrison.
God, good to see him. I didn't know he was in this. I didn't know a lot about this.
Right.
I think I also got it confused with Stripperella.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, remember
What
that?
if a woman was also a stripper and a superhero?
Yeah,
That's Stanley. That's Stanley's imagination working overtime.
Yeah.
God bless him.
His imagination did stop working after a certain period of time.
Was it right before Stripperella?
Potentially. Do you remember he did that Arnold cartoon thing?
No.
Don't worry about it. It was a few years back.
Hey Arnold?
Yeah, Hey Arnold.
Okay.
So yeah, there's an opening crawl, which
Yes.
tells you what's going on. There's a second Civil War. Wow, this is very 2017 to now, isn't it?
Absolutely. Oh,
Yeah.
makes you think.
Ahead of its time. Also, I should point out, it's not that bad. Like, this was crushed at the time
Yeah, okay.
by critics and the
Well,
public.
I'll say this. It's not that bad if you frame it as like a direct-to-video B-movie, like something you would get at the Blockbuster or the video shop in this era. But as a full-scale movie, it's pretty
yeah,
bad.
sure. But it's not that far behind Time Cop.
No, you know what it's like? Do you remember when Quentin Tarantino and Robert Rodriguez made
Grindhouse?
Yeah. And it was two movies that were sort of meant to be reminiscent of old exploitation, cheap action movies, but they actually spent a ton of money making them.
To make them look like...
Yeah. This is what it would have looked like if they'd actually not spent any money.
Okay, sure,
Like
yeah.
if they'd actually gone, we will not spend any money and we'll kind of cheap out on everything and we'll just use the available light and we'll just see what happens. Barbed Wire is what it would look like.
So yeah, the director of this is David Hogan.
Okay. Of Hogan's Heroes fame.
Correct. Crook bloke, by the way.
Was
I
he?
know we
No.
retired the crook bloke alert.
Okay.
Because there's too much ambiguity and there's
Right.
and there's degrees of crook blokedness.
That's true, actually, yeah.
So, you know, do.
Didn't we just start that going?
Yeah, but just trust me. It's Ben and Lawrence were like, can we not do this? And I'm like, yeah, fair call.
Perhaps we could have a crook bloke frame, and it's just a coloured frame that is around every video. And you can just take from that what you will.
Absolutely. So David Hogan, in the behind the scenes of this, he's described as the action sequence director of Alien 3 and Batman Forever. And I thought, what the fuck does that mean?
Yeah.
He was a second unit director on those.
Okay.
But he has directed a bunch of movies. And just watching behind the scenes, there's one moment where he's talking about what it takes to shoot an action movie like this. And he said the problem is if you get carried away with the technique of it, you're going to get screwed, blued, tattooed. That's what he said.
Okay.
You're going to get screwed, blued, tattooed.
Was that a technical term in Hollywood at the time?
Yeah, and it's technical. It's still used now. James Gunn used it on the latest Superman.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's all the behind the scenes.
He is big and blue.
He certainly is, yeah.
Screwed and tattooed.
Yeah. But also, Pamela Anderson, or Pamela Anderson Lee, as she was known at the time, I think she's a pretty decent action star. You can see they put some stunt work into it and some training and all of that.
Because of the incredible jank? Is that how you can see how the stunt work is going? There's so many quick cuts in this movie because they have to switch between the actors and the stuntmen like every 2 seconds.
Yeah, but she does a lot of that herself, but also she's in high heels and a corset.
That's true.
It's an incredibly difficult thing to do.
I would say I love Pamela Anderson. Not in a horny way.
Oh, okay. In
but
a respectful way.
I think she's delightful. I don't know if you've
That
seen...
crook bloke alert nearly went off then.
That's right. Have you seen her Criterion Closet video?
No, I haven't actually.
She's so thoughtful and delightful in her selections. But she was in a movie last year called The Last Showgirl.
Yes.
Which is great. Just a wonderful little poignant film. It's got her and it's got Brenda Song and it's got Dave Bautista
All right.
with a wonderful head of fake hair.
Oh my God.
It's
I mean, she's having a bit of a Pam Naissance, if you want to call it that.
She's having a Pam Naissance, isn't she?
Yeah. Well, this was the era of like, this is an idiot. Like,
Yeah,
that was the general consensus. And the sex tape got, I was going to say leaked. It was stolen from her house.
That's true.
It was not a good time for her.
I think she is from what I can see in the present day, she's a lovely, thoughtful actor that was miscast for her entire career.
Yeah.
Basically. Yeah, she's pretty fun in this. She's clearly been told to deliver a whole bunch of like stereotypical action lines.
Absolutely. She doesn't like to be called babe.
Now that's her one character trait.
Yeah.
Also, she gets her boobs out immediately.
Absolutely.
We discover the context later, but it's basically she's a bounty hunter.
Yeah.
She does anything to, make a buck and survive in this world. And so
she's a mercenary and
Yeah.
a bar owner and I thought for a minute a part-time prostitute, but not really.
No, but in the opening sequence, we realise that she has gone undercover as a stripper to rescue somebody from this bad situation. And of course, that requires her to sit on a swing on stage and get hosed down in a rubber dress.
It's so long, that scene. And it looks cold. And not in a horny way. I just mean being hosed down for presumably days at a time to film this.
Do you think in Clint Howard's house there's a framed photo of his name next to Pamela Anderson, like
Probably.
in the credit sequence, man? But I think the producers at the time probably went, we know what people are here for, Pamela Anderson nude.
Yeah.
So we'll do that. We'll get that out of the way straight away, so then people can sort of move on with their lives. It's a Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan situation.
Oh, okay. Well, you think Spock is dead?
No, you think, well, obviously, before that movie came out, the rumor was, of course, that Spock was going to be fully frontally nude in that movie, right? And so when you go into the movie, he's fully frontally nude, on the bridge of the Enterprise.
Yeah.
But then it turns out he was just fully frontally nude in a training program. So later on in the movie, when he actually is fully frontally nude, you're surprised and you're taken aback and you're quite emotional about it. Kobayashi Marude.
Very good. Well, apparently also that wet strip scene, as it was referred to, was Pamela Anderson's idea and inspired by a nightmare that she had where she was being sprayed with champagne while performing a nasty dance.
Huh,
So there you go.
Okay, great.
Yeah. Also, she got, and you probably remember this, she got a barbed wire tattoo.
Oh, yeah, for real,
on her arm at the time, which no doubt inspired the cast of Lord of the Rings and then later Suicide Squad to get similar tattoos. So yeah, that's fun, isn't it? It's a bit of marketing in real life. Real
fun.
Something like Auntie Donna would do.
That's right.
You know what they did.
I know what they do.
So the story of this, we sort of touched upon it.
It's Casablanca.
It's Casablanca.
So in Casablanca, Ingrid Bergman shows up at Humphrey Bogart's bar. Her husband...
After he's drying off from a wet strip.
That's right. That's right. Because her husband needs to leave the country, and they need to get some transit papers.
Yeah.
And so, but you don't have transit papers in the future. So in this movie, Temuera Morrison shows up to Barb Wire's bar because his wife, who isn't really his wife, but just a lady he sort of knows, she's an important doctor.
Yeah.
She needs to get across the border. But in this world, everybody gets like retinal scanned to determine their identity.
Yeah, with like the biggest retinal scan you could probably put in a movie.
Yeah. And so...
A lot of this is about retinal scans, by the way.
Yeah. So, yes. And contact lenses, because in order to get across the border, she needs to acquire these black market contact lenses where you put in the contact lenses and then the retinal scanner goes, very good, sir. Good day. Have a good day. You can go across the border.
Or someone's like, you idiot, this guy doesn't have eyes. Pamela Anderson's brother doesn't have eyes.
Just put some blank lenses in your eyes and be like, I don't have any eyes. And they'd be like, well, very good, sir. Congratulations. Because you put the scanner on a person's eyes and then it's like, identified Mr. Sunday Movies, you're going to jail or whatever.
What?
But later in the movie, she gets her eye scanned. Spoilers. She gets her eye scanned when she's got the retinal scanner in, and it's like, just very good. Doesn't identify her. Is that not a red flag? That it's just like, good stuff. You could go anywhere you like. You're the president, I think, or whatever. There's also a thing where there's like a bunch of fascist cops wandering around. They're real SS jackbooted thugs kind of situation.
Hello.
Udo Kier's also in this movie, and he's not on that team, which is wild to me.
Yeah, they've got John Connor's stepdad.
That's right.
Which I love.
Yep.
He got stabbed through the milk.
He did. Xander Berkeley is Claude Rains in this movie, I think. So
How did you remember either of those names?
I don't know. Anyway.
Incredible.
Oh, yeah. Also, this team of jackbooted thugs, they can also scan people's dreams and memories with another scanner. It's a different scanner.
Sometimes it's a sexy machine.
It's a sexy machine, and they put a sexy bikini on you, and then that can read your dreams.
But sometimes it isn't.
Sometimes it's just a regular scanner, I guess. Depends whether you're alive or dead or not.
Yeah. And how sexy they perceive you to be, I'd imagine.
True, yeah.
Oh, also there's a virus they want to release. And in the behind the scenes, they're like, it's like AIDS. It's like an AIDS metaphor, but it's airborne.
This HIV kind of virus.
It's sort of like AIDS then, I guess.
Yeah.
Because that was the most terrifying thing at the time, you know? Philadelphia had just come out. And
if they made this movie today, it'd be like, there's social media in the air. Because that's the most dangerous thing.
You're going to get cancelled. On Talkbook or whatever.
Yeah.
Also, Barbara Wire, she's always making deals. And then she goes to, like, collect the money for the deal. But that person never has enough money or betrays her. But Barbara Wire is always ready.
It's true.
For when that happens 3 to 4 times in this movie. Right. I don't think she ever just makes a clean deal in this.
No.
It always goes awry. But I guess that adds to the paranoid nature of the character of Barbara Wire, you know?
Absolutely.
She's been let down too much, including by Temuera Morrison, who left her on the battlefield in a hilarious flashback sequence.
That's right. Where they're all dressed as characters from MASH. And she's taking the Hot Lips Houlihan role.
Obviously, yeah.
R.I.P. Loretta Swit. We miss you.
One of the best. Grabbing Temuera Morrison off the back of Once Were Warriors. Incredible get, I think.
Agreed.
I mean, he's great. He's really good. And I'm not used to seeing him like this anymore, you know, because he's got
the movie Barb Wire.
All that, and you know, like this is a very particular era of him that I love, and he's great now. Don't get me wrong; he was Book of Boba Fett not so long ago.
That's true.
That was nobody's fault. Let's not point fingers. All right.
All right.
I think it's the era of him with hair that I miss. You know,
You're right.
And sometimes they'll put him in Aquaman and he'll have a wig, but it's not the same. That's not what I'm talking about,
I think it
Mason.
is the same.
Oh yeah, so at the end, it all comes to a head when they meet in a junkyard and she gets betrayed.
By Fatso Jones or whatever his name is.
And then John Connor's stepdad who gets stabbed through the milk.
Sure.
Luckily, he gives her a grenade and whatever. And then they do a bit of a run around.
That's right.
And it's pretty fun. You know, apparently she was really hanging up there and whatever. And
I love how Temuera... So what happens is one of the jackbooted SS thugs or whatever, he spears her motorcycle with a forklift and sort of...
Oh, that's a main player in this, by the way. The motorcycle. That was a huge selling point of this movie.
Yeah. Anyway, he sort of shish kebabs her between the forklift and another car. And then Temuera Morrison is like, you know how I'll save her? I'll put the forklift up on a crane and I'll dangle them over some docks, and I'm a hero. She sorts the whole problem
she
out.
figured it out.
She pulls her leg out from being trapped, and then she fights this guy on a forklift on a crane.
Yeah.
You know, defying death at every moment. And then she finally, like, drops the crane because, you know, he calls her babe or whatever. He's like, I got you, babe. You know, and she's like,
Nice.
don't call me babe. That's my catchphrase.
I wasn't going to kill you, but now I'm going to kill
I'm
you.
gonna kill you.
I was going to lose this fight, but now I'm not
And
going
then the
to.
forklift drops off and it explodes, and Temuera Morrison's like, thumbs up. Good.
We did
did
it.
good. We did good here. Leave me on the ground next time, idiot.
I could have kicked him off, then you could have just like dropped a big rock on him or something.
Right?
You know? Anyway, he exploded a lot. When it was falling down, he was like strapped to the hood of that. I'm like, that's disappointing. You want it to kind of flip over, so we'll like crush him.
Yeah.
But then it did explode. So
Yeah.
I'll pay.
They
I'll
really,
take
I
that.
would say, they really kind of they did that thing from the the B movies of this era where they really took advantage of the small stunts they kind of did.
Oh, yeah,
They're
yeah.
like, okay, we're gonna film this van, crashing through a barrier and everything explodes. Let's film it from 6 different angles, and then we'll like,
Then you get to see that.
yeah. I mean, it's good. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm
No,
saying
no.
it's
I
good.
mean, it's a real explosion, and then we finally get to see the contacts in use at the end, as you mentioned, and they're the color of nobody's eyes ever.
No one's suspicious.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, this is fine. Surely in this world of incredible surveillance based entirely around the technology of looking at people's eyes, no one will ever try and game that system with fake eyes.
$2 million as well, apparently they're worth.
That's right.
Makes sense. Anyways, it's time for Barbara Trivia.
love
This is the
that.
trivia section of the show. This is where we talk what's going on. What's
yeah.
some behind the scenes stuff. So the character's actual name is Barbara Kopetsky.
That's correct,
So
yes.
there you go. And also, we talked about the barbed wire tattoo.
Uh-huh.
She got it removed in 2014.
I see.
End of an era.
I agree.
Also, the original comic book run of this ended shortly after the film's disappointing reception. But I feel like this is probably due for a comeback, right? I know they reprinted some like 10 odd years ago. But I
Okay.
feel like this is something that, because of the Pam Naissance,
Sure,
like this will
absolutely.
come back.
I don't think it will.
Well, people are loving the idea of Billy Zane returning to the Phantom.
People aren't loving that. What are you talking? Maybe you are.
I'm loving it.
I bet you are.
And that enthusiasm is contagious.
okay, sure.
Much like an airborne HIV virus.
Sure. I guess they could reboot it. I guess.
Yeah.
They could reboot a flop that nobody liked at the time or
Just
now.
as a comic, I'm talking about.
Oh,
though.
sure.
That's what I
okay.
meant initially.
Oh, because that's cheap to do.
Yeah, it's cheap to do, yeah. Clint Howard actually reprises his role in this in the Hulu miniseries Pam and Tommy in 2022.
What?
Yeah. You remember they did that series without her permission?
Oh, okay, right.
she was
with,
like,
Sebastian Stan.
Yeah, they didn't
and,
call me about it or anything. And they
Yeah,
just
right.
made this really traumatic event that happened in my life.
But at least my good friend Clint Howard, who I worked with and bonded with on Barbed Wire,
Yeah.
at least he didn't betray. Oh, he did.
Yeah,
he
he did.
betrayed me big time.
Also, originally, Tommy Lee was going to be played by James Franco.
Ugh.
That alarm went off. I know we said it wouldn't,
Right.
but that alarm
That
went
alarm
off. He
went
probably
right
didn't
off.
star in it because he died. Remember, he
Oh,
died?
that's probably true.
and we don't know what he's really like.
That is true, isn't it?
The entire "Don't Call Me Babe" thing.
Yes.
That comes from the original advertising for the Barbed Wire Dark Horse comic book, in which she says those words to differentiate herself from the buxom, slightly airy comic book heroine named Babe by John Byrne. Like the pig?
Yeah, the pig.
I don't know this one.
Yeah. No, I'm unfamiliar. Bad move being like, I'm going to differentiate this character from a character nobody's ever heard of.
The Perspex bath sequence. Oh yeah, she's got a Perspex bath.
Sure.
Was shot in an aquarium in a tank that was usually used for seahorses, but the soap suds then contaminated 5 other tanks, and there was over $400,000 in fish-related deaths and replacements.
Wow.
There was a fish murder.
A fish mass murder, it seems. Wow.
Maybe it was just one really expensive fish.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a fancy one. According to the crew of Mystery Science Theater 3000, the movie, which came out in 1996, Gramercy Pictures and Universal decided to scale back on that movie's intended wide release and redirect their resources into heavily promoting Barbed Wire, resulting in disappointing theatrical grosses for both films. So there you go. I don't know if that's to blame for both of these movies not doing well. Would you say that?
Now let's blame it.
Okay, fair enough. Well, let's talk box office, because on a budget of $9 million, the return was $3.8 million.
Oh, that's less.
Huge bomb.
Did this get a cinema release in Australia?
Oh, that I couldn't tell you.
Let's
Let me
find
check.
out. Let's
Yeah.
use research.
This feels like a movie that was shot in Australia also.
It
I
does,
don't
doesn't
think it
it?
was.
No.
So these were the things it was nominated for. In terms of Golden Raspberries, it was nominated for Worst Picture, Worst Actress, Worst Screen Couple, Worst Screenplay, Worst New Star, which it won, Worst Original Song, which was called Welcome to Planet Boom by Tommy Lee. Brutal.
Also, like, worst couple in this movie, she's not even really in a couple.
No.
She's like, she's...
Maybe Worst Thruple.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was also nominated for Worst Actress at the Stinkers Bad Movie Awards. Wonder if that
Well,
still
I
exists.
doubt it.
Yeah. But she was nominated for Best Fight at the MTV Movie Awards for her fight with Steve Railsback. There you go.
See the Nazi guy?
Probably.
All right.
It was on top of a thing. I think Tamuera Morrison should have also got nominated because he was pivotal in that fight scene. You know?
I think he should have also won worst occupational health and safety.
Oh, you reckon?
You know? Yeah. I'm pretty confident Stinkers is gone because, there's no room for negativity in the world anymore.
Not now, mate.
Certainly not on the internet.
No.
Good riddance, I say.
Agreed.
Best movie ever made, this movie.
Yeah. Anyways, we're going to come back next week. Do you know why?
Why?
Because we're going to look at a real stinker.
Oh, good. Great.
Maybe, actually. What is it? Here's a hint.
This is America. We don't have enlightenment here. We have strip clubs, Las Vegas, and HBO. You got it? No.
And if you do want to see that early, you can actually head over to bigsandwich.co where the videos always go up there, don't they, Mason?
That's exactly
early.
right. Whoa.
But we also do video game Let's Plays. We do bonus movie commentaries. We do bonus podcasts. We also have a podcast called The Weekly Planet where we talk movies and comics and TV shows. That comes out every Monday if you are interested on YouTube, Apple, Spotify. What a show. Anyways, thank you so much to Ben and Lawrence for the edit.
Thank you, Ben and Lawrence.
And don't forget to subscribe to just all of YouTube, just as many as you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you can get some barbed wire tattoos with our faces, top and bottom.
Australian invention, barbed wire? I feel like it is.
I'll get a Hills Hoist tattoo.
There you go.
With our faces.
All the Australian inventions. Well,
That's
there's
right.
two, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.